What if your fear of death is secretly draining meaning from your life? It was for me, but I didn't see that it was until I had to face death head on. My journey began when my pastor asked me, how does life matter without an afterlife? I didn't know how to answer. I actually avoided answering this question, thinking that it would just blow over, but that was my first mistake. I started to see the world through gray lenses. Everything I saw seemed transient and fleeting. If I saw a beautiful flower, well, I'll just think rot will overtake it. My friends and family, well, they'll all just be gone in a century. Myself? I didn't want to answer. I kept playing my own death over and over in my head. I was afraid to fall asleep, and I even asked, what if, I closed my eyes and never woke up? And what's the point in trying if everything I do will be just become dust and, disappear? I wanted to live forever, but couldn't. So, with no afterlife to use as a coping tool, I basically numbed to myself. I binged on YouTube videos and junk food. I even tried to crush my depression by flipping a truck tire up a hill. But what finally shifted my perspective was getting curious about death and discovering ideas that helped me reframe it. I remember one night I discovered a TV show, a comedy drama series called 6 Feet Under. The show depicts a family who runs a funeral home, and basically the show's dark humor gave me that distance I needed from death to laugh at it instead of just simply shrinking away from it. That laughter, I think, cracked open the door for me to face death differently. Eventually, this curiosity led me to search for and discover ideas that actually helped me reframe death in a more positive manner. I remember this one idea that stuck out. The Greek philosopher Epicurus said, if I exist, death doesn't. But if death exists, I don't. And he basically asked, why fear something I'll never experience? Epicurus's way of viewing death helped me realize that when I was afraid of my own death, I was really being afraid of a thing that didn't exist. No one actually knows what it's like to die. And when I conceived of my own death, I was actually imagining something that I did not know about. And when I really thought about it as an experience, it really wasn't. All evidence truly does indicate that death is just a lack of experience. And you can't really be scared of that which doesn't exist. I think another important idea that helped me reframe death is that life's scarcity is what makes it valuable. So in economics, scarcity is a concept that basically gives things value. Air, for instance, is free because it's everywhere. But time, basically the essence of your life, is ultimately scarce. And that is why life is valuable. So through learning these things, I now have an answer to my pastor's question. How does life matter without an afterlife? Life matters because it ends. So don't waste it.